your girl is going to Hawaii.
Whoa.
I still can't believe I made it. It has been such a long week. I literally have had no time to do any documentation at all, not even saying what my feelings have been about it after each day, because I just haven't had time. Literally, I have had to be downstairs. Call time has been 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, and then I don't go to bed till the first night. I think I went to bed at 2 or 3. I think I got like, actually I think it was like earlier than that. I think I got like 5 or 6 hours. Then the second day I got 0 hours of sleep, because the second day they decided to do, instead of groups, which is what they usually do, they did duets. And so me and my partner came up with an arrangement for Grenade by Bruno Mars. And, you know, arranging a song, especially on a TV show that you're supposed to be like on your game, takes a while. And so we arranged it, and then I tried to go to sleep actually. And because I've been so sick, every time I go to bed, I start hacking, and then like that was like for an hour, and I only had a chance to get an hour of sleep, and then I had to get up and get ready again. So because I was hacking, got no sleep. I was really crafty while I've been here. Like, you know, you're not really supposed to take a hotel pillow, right? I knew that we were gonna be in a holding room for a ton of time because it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And I was like, I am shoving this hotel pillow in my backpack and I am sleeping on it when I get to, you know, the holding place. So I get there and I pull out my pillow and I like immediately fall asleep for like an hour. And I wake up to this lady being like, Gina, I'm telling you, I was in another universe. I was in a complete other world.
Where am I?
Like, she's lucky she didn't get a freaking punch to the neck, because I literally was in a whole other universe. And she woke me up and I was like drool, like I was a mess. And she was like, hey, just so you know, like I'm gonna need you for interviews soon. And I'm like, you know, when you wake up like just mad, and I'm like, I'm gonna need 5 minutes. And she goes, yeah, you 5. And I had to like apologize to her afterwards. I felt so bad because I was like, I'm so sorry if I was like mean or rude to you, but I honestly was in another universe and I just did not know what was going on.
Where am I?
And then somebody was like telling me to do something and I was just not about it. She's like, no big deal. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, cool. Anyways, let me just like break down like day by day what happened. So the first day we did solos, and I did The Middle by Zed and Mary Morris, which I've done this arrangement a few times before. I felt pretty comfortable going in. I probably would have liked to practice more leading into it, but again, you guys know, like, I just came from Miami. I had just come from being in Tulsa, playing shows in Dallas, and then doing a full week of session work in Miami, and then flew back and then had 2 days to pack and get everything together for the show. Like, there was just a lot going on, so I didn't practice as much as I probably would have liked or should have. Second, I got so sick on Saturday, the Saturday which is the night before coming to American Idol. I could not physically sing a note. Like, I would try to sing, just air would come out. I ended up going to the emergency room and they gave me some anti-inflammatories, you know, just basically steroids to reduce the swelling. Then they told me that I was supposed to sing on Monday, and I sang through it, and the executive producer came up to me and was like, hey, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm not gonna lie right now, like, I don't feel good about my voice. And she goes, oh, because she was with me for my audition for the Celebs, and she said, Gina, like, you're gonna make it to the next round, you'll be fine. And I told her, I said, everything that you just saw in that audition is nothing that I have right now. Like, I don't have any of my vocal tools to try to show the judges what I can really do to get to the next round, to just continue to show them. And she said, okay, well, there's 2 people that you need to talk to, and you need to tell them that you need to be moved to Tuesday, which would be the second day of audition. And I was like, I just don't want to be that person. And she goes, well, I'm telling you to do it, so go do it. And I was like, okay. So anyways, I went, and they switched me to Tuesday. And even when I sang Tuesday, I went on stage, I was still like not myself, but I was like, you know what, you just gotta do it. And the beginning was shaky. It was not solid. It was rough. I didn't hit any of my runs that I had done in it.
You suck!
It was rough. But I kind of pulled it together in the middle of it and sang the big high note at the end, which is, in my defense, is high. And they really made me sweat it out. you know, when you're in a line of people and you're like, okay, if this person moves forward, I need to move forward because they were really good and I know they're going to the next round. So basically in my line, there was a few people that were like that, and they had all moved forward, and there was only 3 of us in the back line.
Louis, Gina, front row, you're going through to the next round. The back row, this is the end of the line. Thank you very much.
I was like, oh my gosh. Like, they really, really made me sweat it out. So then when I was going to duets, I was like, I have to crush this round. There's no option. There's no thing for me. I have to do that. So we come up with this really cool arrangement. We do it. We have these cool harmonies and all this stuff going on. And we were fixing the rendition of the song, and you have to go into a vocal coach, and we go into the vocal coach, and the vocal coach was like, you're holding back because you don't think you're good enough, and you are good enough to be here. I guess she kind of had a self-realization moment and was like, oh my God, I've been doing this all my life. And she basically had 12 hours to fix it before she had to perform. And I don't even know how she got on the stage with all the emotional things she was dealing with from the night before. It was a lot, and I felt really, really bad that she had to go through that, but also she needed to go through it. And although it like affected her performance that day, I think she's a better artist for it. And I know she was really upset, and you know, that's a real bummer, because you know, the best case scenario would be is you felt like you crushed it and then you get cut, right? Rather than you felt like you didn't do your best and then you got cut, which then makes you feel like, well, I didn't do my best. I think she took it in real great stride, and she learned a lot, and honestly, she's so freaking talented. Like, she's gonna do great things. There's no options. If she can overcome her insecurities, she is gonna do so many great things. She's so stinking talented, and she's 19 years old. Like, I kept telling her, I said, you're 19, and she, well, the other problem that's been here is people have been thinking I'm a lot younger than what I am. They're like, oh, well, I don't do that because that's for young people. And I'm like, how old do you think I am? And they're like 19, 20, and I'm like, oh, you, no. So then I think she thought I was like 19, 22, and she was like, well, like, you know, like you're like the same age. And I'm like, no, honey, I have like almost a decade on you. Like, a decade of learning about this and how to do it and performing and all of these things. Like, it's not the end for you. This is just the beginning. For me, it's the end. No, I'm just kidding. And then I get told I'm going to the next round, which is solos. We get a list of songs. One of the songs on there is I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston, which I knew a lot of people would do it. And I knew that that would possibly work to my disadvantage. But that was the song I knew the best. That was the song I connected with the most. And that was the song that I felt like really showed my artistry. Because the other 2 songs are cool renditions, but they're not me as an artist. I'm, as most of you guys know, I'm like a big belt kind of vocalist. I want to like be in your face. I'm that kind of person. And all the songs that I had done previously didn't really show that, except for my first audition. So I really wanted to show it. So I created this on my own arrangement, which they don't really, in this stage, they don't really want you to do arrangements because there's 100 people and there's a house band doing 100 different versions of a song. They can't keep up with all of that. So I basically somehow convinced them to, look, I will play the beginning part. If you just play the chorus, that would be great. And they said we could do that. And I was like, great. So I came in really like soft and had a moment, and then the band came in, and then I just ripped.
But when the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Woo! Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. Come on, I wanna feel the heat with somebody.
And I swear you guys should have saw their faces. They were like, not ready for it. Like, everybody was like, what the heck, I can't believe it. Like, Katie was like like all about it. It was so great. And honestly, like, the best part about it, honestly, although like the validation of them being like, oh, this girl's got something and this girl's like, you know, we're having fun, is like, I had fun. You know, I just had like a really good time. I felt like the whole week I just was more stressed than just having fun doing what I love to do. And that was like the first moment that I really just had like fun. I was just out there doing my thing, singing a song that I love to sing, and I just had a really good time. And I just thought to myself too when I stepped out, you know what, if I went home, I know I left everything out there and I know I had a good time doing it, and that was really important to me. But your girl made it through to the next round, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say where we're going, but if I am allowed to say it, I'm not allowed to say it, actually. No, I'm not.
You suck!
Confidentiality is key. But keep an eye out, because it's only up from here, and you guys know I'm gonna give it my all, and you know I'm gonna freaking murder it and kill it. I have to think of another arrangement for another song, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get some sleep because I'm running on 3 hours. Okay, bye.